How's it going, trappers? Got a little rainy day outside today, so figured I'd come out into the shed and do a video on making my coon bait, my raccoon bait for my dog-proof raccoon traps. It's pretty simple. Here's a few of the ingredients I use. We got the floating catfish food, you know, just some pond food. This is a 40-pound bag, guys, for $18. I picked this up at the local Rural King store. You can also find it at your Farm and Homes, your Tractor Supply, you know, your Farm and Fleet, whatever kind of outdoor stores you have. You can find this stuff. It's about $18 for a 40-pound bag. You know, if you go buy the commercial dog-proof bait that they sell, you're buying a little container about the size of that salt. You know, there's only 7 ounces. I just looked at them yesterday. There's 7 ounces of bait in those containers for $8. I'm going to end up having about 45 pounds of bait for close to $25. So you do the math and see where you can save some money. But anyway, some of the ingredients. Floating catfish food. I used to use dog food. This stuff's about half the price, and it holds up to water a lot better. This stuff is made to float in a pond, and it takes a long time for the water to absorb in it and kind of mush it up like dog food. So we use that. We got some brown sugar, M&Ms. I found these at the local Dollar General store on the clearance rack. Cheap buy there. Throw a little something sweet in there for them. Salt so it doesn't freeze, and a little bit of cinnamon. I used to never put cinnamon in my bait, and then a couple years ago I had a lot of leftover Christmas cookies, so I ended up taking the Christmas cookies. I remember there was a bunch of snickerdoodle cookies, and I was mad at myself for doing this because snickerdoodles are one of my favorite cookies, but I went ahead and crumbled them all up and threw them in the bait, and boy, the raccoon really loved it that year. So ever since then I started putting a little ground cinnamon in my bait, and it really seems to help, guys. So that's just the ingredients there, guys. Like I said, it's super simple. We're gonna go ahead and dig into this, and I'll show you how I throw it all together. All right, guys, we got all our stuff opened up here. To make this a little easier, I got one of these little ratio right cups. I don't even use the ratios. I just kind of use the cup itself. You know, any little plastic scoop will help. But I like to do a 3-to-1 ratio. So 3 scoops of that food in here, 1 full thing of chocolate in there, and then I'll add all the other stuff once I get it there. So we'll go ahead and take 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. All right, we got 3. Let's actually, seems like a little less than the dog food normally, so let's go ahead and do a 4-to-1 ratio. See how that turns out. Now I'm using a 5-gallon bucket just to make it easier to a little easier to mix everything up. Close enough to 1. Dump all that in there. I'll use a couple, I'd say about a cup or so of brown sugar. Guys, I just kind of eyeball everything like when I'm cooking. So if you're looking for exact measurements, this isn't the place to be. Yeah, we'll throw about that much sugar in there. We'll do 1 cap of our ground cinnamon. If it will come out here. We'll do about a cap of our ground cinnamon. Put that in there. And then I'll just go ahead and use this cap too. And we'll give it a cap full of salt. Here in Illinois, my trapping season, I get a lot of freezing weather and rain. So we're going to keep that just to, we're going to add some salt to it to try to keep it from freezing. So now I'm going to go ahead and redo the process until this bucket's all the way filled up. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now I got only one last bag of M&Ms there, but I kept some some of the old chocolate from the kids' chocolate bag, their little candy bag. I went ahead and smashed a lot of it up. You know, guys, I'm always trying to save money when I can, and simple little things like this will help. So there we go. We got about another full thing of chocolate there. Dump that in there. Do some more brown sugar. About that much. Do a cap full of cinnamon. And we'll do another cap full of salt. Alright, since I'm out of chocolate for right now, I'm going to go ahead and call this good. I should at least be able to fill up these 2 bait containers here. So now all I'm going to do is put the lid on this and kind of shake it up. Kind of get all this stuff mixed up together. I mean, I can already smell the cinnamon. And once we got it good and mixed up, kind of mix it up with our hands a little bit. And that's pretty much all we're going for there, guys. And that will knock the piss out of some coon. Alright, so now all we're going to do is fill up our little containers here, and then we'll be ready. You can see we got a good mixture of everything in there. I'll leave a little headroom in there so I can keep mixing it up. You can go ahead and, if you got some leftover raccoon lures or stuff, I used to mix in some lures in here too, guys. This is just a good base to kind of start working with. So yeah, you can make a ton of bait fairly quick. A little less chocolate in there than I'd like. I should have done the 3-to-1 like I normally do. But guarantee it, it'll still work. So we're gonna fill up the other ones, guys, and yeah, that's pretty much it. When you get to setting your traps, just reach in there, grab about a handful, put it in the dog proof, go ahead and go to the next one. Come back and get your fur in the next day or two. So yeah, guys, that's how we do our bait. Take it easy.